it's a humbling, it's a humbling, it's a humbling, it's a humbling experience. An experience for us, you know, and for me, I don't know what it is to really lose that much. And you learn, you know, they say that the wisdom is the summation of many small failures. So
that one we are not going to tolerate at all. At all. At all.
I guess I'm learning wisdom here. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to play in this league, and we're going to fight to stay in it.
Whilst Chapelton Maroon and Humberland making a last-ditch attempt to escape the relegation scraffle. Last ditch. Last man sliding tackle. Bus lace. Ball off our line. Fortunately, Veer Phoenix still finding excuses.
We're without some of our major players today. Kyle Butler.
Work. Won't work. Welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. This is Game Week 34 review show, and it has been a heated battle so far. Now, some of the results have just continue to surprise me, while some is expected. For example, Tivoli versus Cavalier. 1-1, 0-0, 1-1, 0-0. We've seen that story time and time again. No, but other than that, some teams have been digging extremely deep, rolling up their sleeves. Chapelton Maroons, rolling up their sleeves. Humberland, rolling up their socks and getting to work to secure their spot in the Jamaica Premier League for 2025 to 2026 season. It has been a difficult one. It has been a very, very difficult season so far. But you know what? Football continues. All right, let's get straight into the review. As I said, it won't be a long time. Now, some of the games we have seen, I predicted that a 2-0 all. But I'm not predict a draw for Waterhouse versus Molynes. I'm 100% sure I'm predict on draw for it. And so said, so done. Both goals came in the second half, and basically, Waterhouse clinch it, just clinch it. Goal in the 72nd minute through Lima. Lucas Lima, brilliant header, rise high. There's nothing goalkeeper Bernard could do about it. Bernard, who's actually having a very good season so far, there's nothing he could have done about that. Whilst I'm sure Fuzzy would be like, come on, guys. But the Lima leap, I tell you, so that was quite difficult. Man jumped so high in the air to get that one. But you don't know, Waterhouse, who have firepower, can bring on Bygrave, can bring on Sims. They have so much player, Morris. They have so much player they can bring on to come and change and impact the game. Javi and Brian, there's so much firepower Waterhouse on the bench. And I'm telling you, this Waterhouse team, they have so much firepower on the bench, they will cause problems specifically when it comes to the playoff. But Blair is the one who definitely find the back of the net for Waterhouse this time around. And sometimes in football, that's how football is sometimes. Navardo Blair just was, I think, was in some sense a little bit lucky to get the second header half, but it was just instinctive. Quite instinctive, and definitely that secure the point for our Waterhouse, which keep their top six hope alive, because at the other end of things, the Valley Garden drew with Cavalier FC. And I think this game in general, very combative game. Very, very combative game. Open and expansive game as well. But certainly, I think Tivoli Garden was the more dangerous side for majority of the game. Tivoli gotten their goal just before halftime through Alton Lewis, and I think was a very good finish cross. But good build-up play between from the Tivoli Garden team. Shaquille Stein got the equalizer in 88 minutes, and after that, it was all Cavalier. They could have snatched the game in the last moment, and Tivoli Garden was on the back foot for the rest of the game. And that's how it is. That's how it is sometimes. Game ended 1-1. And as according to my prediction, I said exactly 1-1. Next game on the agenda, I had no clue. This game was... I had this game, so you know what? Me personally, I say 1-2-2 draw because Molynes so far at Molynes, since the appointment of Alex Thomas, they haven't lost a game down at Molynes. He has found the key, and the thing is, you have a couple more games at home, so you know so Molynes are in a good position. And teams are now getting scared to go down to Efferville. Ramsey. Now, this youngster, I think, since jumping into the Molynes team, he has done brilliantly. He has done brilliantly. I think about 4 goals in 4 now for him. Ramsey opening the score sheet for Molynes. Molynes, to everyone's surprise, leading Arnett Garden down at Efferville. But you know, the man on form, leading goal scorer in the league, Werner Brown, breaking behind the defense line, and a brilliant finish, hitting the ball far post. I think it was a very, very good finish. That was break 1-1 at halftime. Many might say, the Arnett Garden supporters might say, we're back in it. We are going to take this one. But the Molynes team decided, you know what, we're not on this one over. Early in the second half, man himself again, Ramsey, breaking the deadlock, and on the 53rd minute, again, from a wonderful finish. And that is football. That's how football is. I'm finding the back post, and Molynes only 2-1. Now it's all on Arnett Garden to get back into the game. And so the game stretched, so the game opened up. Arnett Garden pushing more expansive, putting on more attackers, and that didn't do anything more than open the floodgates, and I say open the game more. And that is when Dejanay Brown find the back of the net with a nice decent finish as his breakaway in behind the Arnett Garden defense, and the game ended 3-1 in favor of Molynes. This is some great result coming out from Efferville for Molynes. So far this season, since the inclusion of Stephen Barnett and Ramsey, they have changed the dynamics of Molynes' future. But also the inclusion, most definitely added the inclusion of Alex Thomas, has changed the dynamics of Molynes' future so far. They're stepping away out of the relegation battle, and they are putting themselves in a good position to finish the season strongly. Next up, Chapelton Maroons, another team in the relegation scrap. Going up our next relegation team, Dunbeholden, who is taking a total reverse. I'm not sure how that happened, but they have taken a significant reverse. Goal came in the second half, early out in the second half. Nathaniel Howe breaking the deadlock between both teams, and that was the lone goal of the day. And Chapelton Maroons under Vassar Reynolds, we know Vassar Reynolds operate. Once he sets up his team, he 90% of the time will get the desired result that he wants. He's very, very good at that. So he's another inclusion into the Chapelton Maroons setup that is going to help them to push them out of the relegation scrap. And they got a valuable 3 points at Dunbeholden at that, because this is the place where Dunbeholden tend to get most of their points. Versus Molynes, another game that I was looking at, I thought that Portmore United would have won this game in a larger margin, but that was definitely not the case. First off, ended 0-0. Molynes was in it, and I think Molynes was set up quite nicely. Unfortunately, in the final third, they're just not getting it right in the final third. And you can't, as a coach, there's not much you can do about players in the final third. That's more so the players' personal qualities coming to the forefront in the final third. Shaquan Henry finding the goal, brilliant, beautiful finish, instinctive finish from Shaquan Henry, and that was what break the deadlock in the 52nd minute between two teams, and that was just enough to take Portmore United over the line, having some of the supporters fretting. Next up, we have the agenda is Aberview versus Racing, and this game ended 0-0. not much happened in this game. The biggest issue of this game was actually a shot for handball in which the referee said no, maybe the contact was a little bit too close. A lot of yellow cards, quite a combative game, heated game in some moments. One of the other big situation in the game was a long range free kick from Ronaldo Biggs, who came back, which is a good look for Racing. I think they would love the fact that Biggs is back, and that's a good sign for Racing. If they make it to the top 6, they want to have all their best players available. Finally, final game on the agenda, Veer Phoenix versus Mount Pleasant, and this is the game. So much happening in this game. Unfortunately, based off reports I'm hearing that Alex Marshall could be out for the rest of the season due to an ankle injury. A nasty challenge inside of the 18-yard box. I was surprised that not even a card for that one. Play a little foot nearly, well, based off what I hear, bone damage. So basically ankle damage, broken bone at the ankle. So it's quite nasty. And he's just coming back from a long layoff, a big injury in the early part of the season. And it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. Heavy touch in the 18-yard box and a lunging challenge which saw Alex Marshall out now for the rest of the season. Quite a dangerous challenge as well. I am not sure, but I do think that's an area that the league can improve in. But these sometimes wonder because these are the same refs that I'm seeing in the CONCACAF region. Now, many might say, boy, maybe the supporters, even the journalists, and also the coaches, the players, journalists, supporters, everyone need to really learn the rules of the game. But I for one, I've seen a lot of things being I'm just sliding past me. And you know, sometimes me not say nothing, sometimes me say something. But there are errors I definitely, and they can't. I'd sit down and say, boy, we're perfect. Because there are errors that they can definitely clean up on. So we have seen it in recent time. Alex Marshall broken ankle. Jeremy Lynch broken nose. Giovanni Leng broken nose as well. And out of all of these challenges, technically no card, no card at all. Like from my recollection, no card. So you really have to wonder. Something is really going wrong. Our players are getting away with stuff, and there are other players who are picking up serious injuries as well. So that is something I'll fix on. Anyways, so in this game, definitely I'm happy to see the two youngsters, two 16-year-old finding themselves on the score sheet in this game. Miguel Joseph, one of the 16-year-old who play in the Jamaica Elite U17 Cup. Check it out on MG Sports every Saturday. Tune in from 12, go straight back to 7. Check it out, people. So Miguel Joseph in the 24th minute find the back of the net, and Ryan Edwards finding the goal as well, separating the team in the 31st minute. A tap in, a brilliant pass as well for the goal leading up to Miguel Joseph goal. But Ryan Edwards break away from Shaquille Bradford and a follow through. Goalkeeper made a save, follow through, and Edwards find the back of the net. Celestine also another breakaway from by Bradford, who actually a really good game. And Celestine coming onto the pitch and finding back of the net. Franco Celestine, a very talented youngster, another 16-year-old, both Asian, both Miguel Joseph and Celestine are Asian, and they're looking quite comfortable in the league, and it's a good look. Happy to see them. Another sad day, or should I say a tough day for Veer Phoenix, and as you can see, just listen to the post-match interview from Craig Butler, you can realize that it is certainly a tough one for him. And relegation is looking likely now. The possibilities of relegation right around the corner. Anyways, now I'm going to further smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tough game week. Look out for the preview for game week 35. Game them a wind down. 5 games left to go. 5 games left to go. It's 35 because some of the games let me push back. Remember the referee issue right there, and then the Reggae Boyz game. So that's the reason. Anyways, from that, big up on the street, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and look out for game week 35. Know where that go. Here, some big matches coming up. See you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. We are out. God bless. Boom. Aha! We're outside.